you're doing amazing. I'm just gonna get started with the look as we're talking, and in this video I'm gonna give you my second month's update about my no buy. There's gonna be some changes, some things that were not anticipated. If you watched my last to buy or not to buy, you probably already know. But let's get started. I'm putting some Painterly on my eyes. So as you can see, my setup is different, and that's because I'm not at home. And frankly, part of the reason it took a little bit of time for me to upload my to buy or not to buy a video like 5 or 6 days ago. And I had some difficulty uploading it. And that's because I have been having bandwidth issues. And if I haven't been uploading as fast as I was hoping, that is the reason. And in fact, usually when there is a gap period on my upload schedule, it's because I'm likely traveling and I either did not have the time to shoot, edit, and upload, or did not have the ability to upload it because of bandwidth issues. Hopefully that's not going to be the case with this video. I'm hoping to be able to upload it tomorrow. So as I'm doing some of my look, you're going to see some of the things that I brought on a trip with me, but we're going to see another video where I'm going to show you all everything that I brought. Now on this trip, I brought a little more than I normally do. And one of the palettes that I am going to be using today that I brought on this trip is this one, because I don't think I used this palette enough. And if you've watched my declutter videos, I don't need to say anymore. If you haven't watched my declutter videos, I'm tagging both of them so you can see. But I have a lot of makeup, and yeah. I don't want to do something super dark, so I'm probably going to avoid this color, but I'm going to use this one. So let's jump into it. I'm using one of Morphe's collab brushes with Nyan. If you've been watching my channel, you know I really like these brushes in this collab. I bought this at TJ Maxx though, and I'm gonna begin with my outer V. Now, before we get too far into the look, let me begin by talking a little bit about my no buy. So for the ones of you who have been following me for a little bit, you probably already know that I went on a no buy in January. Frankly, I had gone on a no buy sometime in December. I just decided I don't want to buy anymore for a little bit. I'm not going to rehash my plans for my no buy. I have a video about it. I'll tag that video on the screen and below if you want to watch that. And I gave you all an update about my first month of no buy in January, and now we're kind of coming to the end of the second month of no buy, and I have some learnings to share with you. Now, this is perhaps a little bit an extension of some of the things I learned in my first month of no buy, which was that I sometimes brainlessly shop. What do they call that? Impulse shopping. And that has definitely happened to me. And I realize that going on a no buy frankly reduces a little bit of that impulse shopping. I have definitely noticed that a lot of times when I'm in a store and I see products, I just reach for them, whether I need them or not. And honestly, I've even experienced it going to, Walmart. And beauties, these products might be the most simplest of products. Like I go to Walmart and I see a chopstick and I'm like, oh yeah, I could use another chopstick. Completely mindlessly, not realizing that I might have 200 other chopsticks at home. And I reach for it and buy it. And one thing that I did during this period of no buy was that I consciously stopped going to some of the stores that I shop from regularly, like Walmart, like Target, like TJ Maxx. I did in my first video talking about my no buy 1 month mention an experience that I had at a Walmart. So not going to these stores has definitely helped keep me on track on not spending a whole lot. Another thing is that because I've been on a no buy for some period of time now, I have gotten into a routine, and a lot of times, even if I'm somewhere that these products exist, like for example, for this trip that I'm on, I had to go to Target and buy some provisions. And in fact, the Target that I went to has an Ulta inside of it. And in my head, I was like, you're not buying anything from the Ulta. And I went through the Ulta and there were a few things that I saw, like some of ColourPop's 9 pan palettes that they did exclusively for Ulta. You know what I'm talking about? The monochromes. And I remember in the past I wanted to buy the blue one and they hadn't had it, and this time they had it, and I was like, oh, that blue palette, should I buy it? And then I was like, no, girl, you're on a no buy, you're not buying this. It was difficult because in my head I was like trying to justify why maybe I could buy it because I'm coming on a trip and I could just buy it for myself. Also, I had a few wins in the month of January, a few good newses, and a few things that happened for me that were good. And some of my friends were jokingly telling me, you should buy something for yourself to celebrate that. And I was like, I'm going to do it after my no buy is over. So I have plans. I'm putting things on a list. But in that sense, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. However, I did purchase a couple of things that I was just, again, brainless shopping. Because although I could choose to not go to Walmart or Target, I forgot that you could also buy beauty products at the grocery store. Now, my most favorite grocery store and where I usually shop is Trader Joe's. And beauties, I'm using the same color under my lower lash line. And although Trader Joe's has a lot of skincare and things like that, they don't have as much makeup. Like compared to Kroger's of the world or these large chain grocery stores, they don't have that kind of variety of makeup. Like I don't even know if you can buy lipstick at Trader Joe's, for example. But during Valentine's Day, beauties, they were having a few products and I really tried. I really, really tried to not buy these. I was like, girl, you're on a no buy. These are probably going to be on the shelf until after Valentine's Day, until after your no buy is over. And then I went back to Trader Joe's the next time, that I was shopping a week later, 10 days later, and I saw that the shelf was like now half empty. And the next time I went to Trader Joe's, there was like 3 of the products left on the shelf. And I was like, you're buying this. You are buying this because this is going to be out. Now, there is argument to be made about the fact that I don't need these products, but I still bought them. And the 2 products we're talking about are, one was this one, which is sort of a body oil. And beauties, I love the scent of this oil. This is like the most delicious thing. It's one of those things that smells like a dessert, but the kind of dessert you don't mind putting on your body, similar to how the Moroccan oil brand smells. I recognize not all smells are for everybody. And I have been using it. So, hey, I've been putting it to some use. It's not one of those things that's sitting on some shelf on my house and it's not being used. And the other thing that I bought is this product. It was just 2 lip masks. I saw a video that somebody had made about this lip mask. I do have chronic chapped lips. You all probably can't even see it on video. And I perpetually oil my lips and put Vaseline and other kinds of products on my lips pretty much all the time. Masks, etc. And in my declutter video of lip products, you saw how many products I have for lips. And I use a lot of them periodically. I mean, I have a lot of them. I haven't gone through all of them, but I use chopsticks all the time. And the reviews were really good. So, yeah, maybe that constitutes me breaking my no buy. Maybe. I mean, who are we kidding? It probably does. But oh well, it is what it is, because the next thing that I'm going to tell you kind of means I'm probably going to have to break my no buy. But before we do that, I'm going to go with this one, FF5, into this very nice purple color. And I'm going to use it to diffuse the edges of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take it to the upper lash line. Because I am on a trip, and beauties, I am in Malaga, Spain. Maybe I'll make a video just talking about Spain. I have traveled to Spain many, many times. I've lived in Spain in the past. Spain is one of my favorite countries. I think I do have a dream to buy a house here someday. I am planning on doing another video talking about maybe a little bit about Spain, and then I also kind of want to show you all some of the beauty stores I found here. I thought that would be very interesting. Let me know if you like to see that. Put that in the comments below if you do. But because of this trip, I am planning on changing my no-buy because I'm going to use a little bit of NYX's glitter primer. Being on a no-buy and traveling just does not go together. Frankly, I've also kind of been on a hunt trying to find some Spanish makeup brands and buying them and trying them for you all. So obviously that would require me to break my no-buy. Another thing is that I've also kind of been looking at how some of the same brands that we have in the US might bring different products to the US than they would have in Europe, like some of the European brands. Like for example, Essence here has nail polish. I didn't know Essence has nail polish. I've never seen Essence nail polish in the US. For this one, I wanted to go into the yellow. And I'm going to put a little bit of this yellow in my inner cornerish area. And on top of that, beauties, there are some other brands that I kind of wanted to buy from later in the year, like Glam Shop, for example. And I thought I'm going to do some shopping from Glam Shop when they have a sale sometime in April, because they usually have a sale in April. But Glam Shop shipping to the US is $40. And right now they're having sale on a lot of their products. They have like 40-cent mats or something. And if I order them to Spain, they are going to be so much cheaper. Like the shipping is like 10 euros or something, which saves me a whole lot of money. If they send it to the US, they would have to charge tax on top of that, right? I actually don't know. I can't remember. But here, it is the price that it is. There's no added tax. So if it says 40 cents, that's what I'm paying. Loving this. Look at it. I'm using that first color to just blend this edge. It's like 7 p.m. I think. And you might be able to hear outside. This is dinner time. So I'm going out to go have dinner. Probably going to go to an Italian place because I love eating Italian food in Europe. And I am liking this. I'm going to use a little bit of this. Just a tint from ColourPop. This is in color Butterfly Kisses. I'm just gonna add a little bit of pink to my lips. So that is it for the look, beauties. And yes, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to break my no-buy, but I'm thinking about doing some modifications in case I buy things now to what my original plan was, so that I can maybe extend my no-buy later. We'll talk about that as soon as I make those plans. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I love you all. Have an amazing day or evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. And until next time, bye.